Morphology of the flowering plant. In this chapter, we will read the root, the stem, the leaf, the inflorescence, the flower, the fruit, the seed, semi-technical descriptions of a typical flowering plant or description of some important families. Morphology of the flowering plant. The wide range in the structure, higher plant will never fail to fascinate us. Even through the angiosperm cells, such as a large diversity in an external structure or a morphology, they are all characteristics by the presence of a root, stem, leaves, flower, and the fruit. In this chapter 2 and 3, we talked about classification of plant based on morphological and the other characteristics. For any successful attempts at a classification and to understand any higher plant or for that matter any living organism, we need to know the standard technical term and standard definitions. We also need to know about the possible variation in the different parts found as adaptations of the plant to their environment. Example, adaptation to the various habitat for a protection, climbing, storage, etc. If you pull out any weed, you will see that all of them have a root, stem, and the leaves. They may be bearing a flower and the fruit. The underground part of a flowering plant, the root system, while the portion above the ground from the shoot system, as given in the figure 5.1, the root. In majority of the dicotyledonous plant, the direct elongation of radicle leads to formation of primary root, which grow inside the soil. It bear a lateral root of a several order that are referred to as secondary, tertiary, etc. root. The primary root and its branches constitutes the tap root system, as seen in the mustard plant in given figure 5.2a. In the monocotyledonous plant, the primary root is a short-lived and is replaced by the large number of roots. This root originate from the base of a stem and constitute the fibrous root system, as seen in the wheat plant as given in the figure 5.2b. In some plants like grasses, monstera and the banyan tree, root arises from the parts of the plant other than the radicle, and that is called adventitious root. The main function of the root are the absorption of water, minerals and soil, providing proper anchorage to the plant part and storing reserve food material and synthesize plant growth regulators. As given in the figure 5.1, that is part of a flowering plant. Here the flower, fruit, stem, leaf, then this portion flower to the up to the root is called the shoot system, and this flower, fruit, stem, leaf, then node, internode, bud. Then below that is a primary root, secondary root, that is called root system. Here the figure 5.2, that is a different types of root. A number is called the tap root system, lateral, this is a main root. B number is a fibrous root and the C number is a adventitious root. Reason of elongation. 5.1.1, the root is covered at the apex by the thimble-like structure that is called the root cap, as given in the figure 5.3. In the figure 5.3, the regions of a root tip here is called the region of maturation, then middle part is a region of elongation, the last one is a region of meristematic activity. This is called the root hair and root cap in the last. It protects the tendex apex of the root and it makes the way through the soil. A few millimeters above the root cap is called the region of meristematic activity. The cells of a region are very small and thin, and with a dense protoplasm, they divide rapidly. The cells proximus to the regions undergo and responsible for growth of a root in length. The regions are called region of elongation. The cells of elongation zone gradually differentiate and mature. Hence, this zone is proximal to the region of elongation, is called region of maturation. From this region, some of the epidermal cells form a very fine and the delicate thread-like structure that is called root hair. These root hairs absorb water and minerals from the soil. Then come the modification of the root. Root is some plant changes their shape and the structure and become modified to perform a function other than absorption and the conduction of the water and minerals. They are modified for support, storage of food and respiration. Taproot of the carrot, turnip and adventitious root of a sweet potato get swollen and they store food. Can you give some example? Have you ever wondered what those hanging structure that support a banyan tree are? They are called the prop roots. Similarly, the stems of a maize and the sugarcane have a supporting root coming out of the lower node of the stem. These are called the stilt root. In some of the plants like Rhizophora growing in a swampy area, many roots come out of the ground and grow vertically upward. Such roots are called the pneumatophore, help in get oxygen for respiration. The stem. What are the features that distinguish a stem from a root? Stem is a ascending part of the axis bearing a branches, leaf, flowers and fruits. Developed from the plumule of embryo of a germinating seed. The stems bear a nodes and internode. The region of the stems which leaves are a borne that is called node, while the internode are the portion between the two nodes. Stem bear a bud which may be terminal or axillary. Stem is generally green when the young and later often become woody and the dark brown. The main function of stem is spreading out of the branches and bearing a leaf, flower and fruit. It conducts water, minerals and photosynthase. Some of the stem perform the function of storage of food, support and the protection and the vegetative propagation. Then comes the modification of root. The stems may not be always be typically like what they are expected to be. They are modified to perform different functions. Underground stem of potato, ginger, turnip, zameen, canned, coloxia are modified store food in them. They also act as a organs of the perinations to tide over axillary bud. Are a slender and spirally coiled and help the plant to the climb, such as a guards. This is the cucumber, pumpkin, watermelon, and the grapes. Auxiliary buds of stems may also get modified into woody and the straight and a pointed thorn. Then thorns are found in many plants such as the citrus, bougainvillea. They protect plant from the browsing animal. Some plants of a arid region modified their stem into the flatted oputia or a fleshy cylindrical euphorbia structure. They contain chlorophyll and carry out photosynthesis. An underground stem of some plants such as a grass and strawberry etc. is spread to the new niche and when older parts die, new plants are formed. In the plants like the millet and the jasmine, a slender lateral branch arises from the base of the main axis and after going the aerially for some time and arc downward to touch the ground. A lateral branch with a short internode and each node bearing a rostris of a leaf and the tuft of a root is found in aquatic plants like pistia and Eichhornia. In the banana, pineapple and the chrysanthemum, the lateral branches originate from the basal and undergo portion of the main stem, grow horizontally and beneath the soil and then come out obliquely upward and giving rise to the leafy shoot. When you see the figure 5.6, here is a modification of the stem for storage. For storage, ginger jamaican, and the potato. B number for the support, auxiliary bud modify into the tendrils. Okay, and the C number for protection, in bougainvillea stem modify into the spine, and the D number is called spread and the vegetative propagation. This is a oxalis and roots arising from the node. Root arising from the node. Okay. Then comes the leaf. The leaf is a lateral, generally flattened structure borne on the stem. It is developed at a node and bear a bud in the axil. The axillary bud later developed into the branches. Leaves originate from the shoot apical meristem and are arranged in a acropetal order. They are a most important vegetative organs for a photosynthesis. A typical consists of the three main parts: leaf, base, petiole, lamina. In the figure 5.7a given, the leaf is attached to the stem by the leaf base and may bear a two lateral small leaf-like structure called the stipules. In monocotyledonous, the leaf base is expanded into a sheath covering the stem and the partially or the wholly. In some of the leguminous plant of the leaf base may become a swollen, which is called the pluvinous. The petioles help to hold the blade to light. Long, thin, flexible petiole allow the blade to the flutter in the wind, therefore a cooling of the leaf and bearing a fresh air or to the leaf surface. The lamina and the leaf blade is the green and the expanded part of the leaf with the veins and the ventlets. There is usually a middle prominent vein which is known as a midrib. Veins provide a rigidity to the leaf blade and act as a channel for a transport for water, minerals and the food material. The same margin apex surface and the extent of incisions of lamina varies in a different leaves. Venation. In the venation, the arrangement of the veins and the ventlets in the lamina of a leaf is termed as a venations. When ventlets from a network, the venations is a term as a reticulate is a given 5.7b. When the veins runs parallel to each other within the lamina, then the venations is termed as a parallel in the given figure 5.7c. Parallel in the 5.7c, this is called parallel venation. Okay. And then leaves, dicotyledonous plants generally possess a reticulate venation, while the parallel venation is a characteristic of the most cotyledon. The parallel venation is the characteristic of most cotyledon. So here is a figure given 5.7 structure of a leaf, parts of a leaf. The first one is a part of a leaf. Here is a lamina, stipule, petiole, axillary bud and the leaf base. Then B number is called reticulate venation. B number reticulate venation and C number is our parallel venation. Then types of leaves. A leaf is said to be a simple when the lamina enters or when the incisions do not touch the midrib. When the incisions of the lamina reach up to the midrib, breaking it into the number of leaflets, and the leaf is called the compound. A bud is present in the axial of the petiole in the both simple and the compound leaf, but not in the axial of a leaflets of the compound leaf. The compound leaves may be of two types. In the figure 5.8, in a parentally compound leaf, number of leaflets are present on a common axis. The rachis, which present the midrib of the leaf as in a neem. This is a compound leaf. First one is a pinnately compound leaf. This is a pinnately compound leaf, a neem. This is a rachis. B number में palmately compound leaf. This is a silk cotton. In the palmately compound leaves, the leaflets are attached at a common point. That's why at the tip of the petiole, as in a silk cotton. Phyllotoxy. Phyllotoxy is a pattern of arrangement of leaves on the stems of branches. This is usually of the three types: alternate, opposite, whorled. Alternate types of the phyllotoxy is a single leaf arises at each node in an alternate manner, as in a China rose, mustard and the sunflower plant. In an opposite type, a pair of leaves arises at each node and lie opposite to each other, as in a Calotropis and the guava plant. If more than the two leaves arises at a node and form a whorl, that is called whorled and is in Elastomia. This is a figure 5.9 different type of phyllodoxy. A number is a alternate. A number China rose is there. This is called alternate. B number is a opposite as in guava, and the C number is Elastomia, that is called whorled. Then modification of the leaves. Leaves are often modified to perform a function other than the photosynthesis. They are converted into the tendrils for a climbing as in peas or into the spine for a defense as in cacti. In the figure 5.10 AB, the fleshy leaves of an onion and the garlic store food in the figure 5.10 C. This is the ये वाला figure बता बोल रहा है यहाँ पे. This is storage of a fleshy leaf वाला. Then figure देख ही लेते हैं. Support that is called tendril, P वाला that is called leaf tendril, and B number for protection, cactus leaf modified into the spine. Then in a some plants such as the Australian Acacia, the leaves are small and the short-lived. The petiole is this plant expand and become a green and the synthesized food. Leaves of a certain insectivorous plant such as the pitcher plant, Venus flytrap are also modified leaves. Inflorescence. A flowers is a modified shoot wherein the shoot apical meristem changes to the floral meristem. Internode do not elongated and the axis get condensed. The apex produces different kind of floral appendix laterally at a successive node instead of a leaf. When a shoot tip is transforms into flower, it is always solitary. The arrangement of flower on the floral axis is termed as inflorescence. Depending on the whether the apex gets developed into the flower or the continue to grow, two main types of inflorescence are defined, that is called racemose and the cymose. Racemose type of inflorescence has a main axis of the continue to the grow and the flowers are borne laterally as in a acropetal succession in the figure 5.11. In the cymose type of inflorescence, the main axis is terminate in a flower, hence is limited to the growth. Then flower is born in a basipetal order in the figure 5.12. The flower. The flower is a reproductive unit in the angiosperm. It means for a sexual reproduction. A typical flower has a 4 different kind of whorls. Arrangement successive on the swollen and to the stalk or a pedicel are called thalamus or a receptacles. These are called calyx, corolla, androecium and the gynoecium. Calyx and the corolla are the accessory organs, while the androecium and the gynoecium are the reproductive organ. In the some flowers like the lily and the calyx and corolla are not distinct and are termed as a perianth. When the flowers has a both androecium and the gynoecium, it is called the bisexual. A flower having either only stamen or only the carpet, that is called unisexual. In the symmetry, the flowers may be actinomorphic, radial symmetry, or the zygomorphic, that is called bilateral symmetry. When the flower can divide it into the two equal radical halves in a radial plane passing through the center, that is called the actinomorphic. Example, mustard, dhatura, chili. When it is come to the divided into two similar halves on only in a one particular vertical plane and in a geomorphic. Example, pea, gulmohar, bean. Caskia. A flower is asymmetrical, irregular. It cannot be divided into the two similar halves by any vertical plane passing through the center, as in a canna. A flowers may be trimerous, that is called tetramerous, or the pentamerous. When the flower is a appendage are in a multiple of a 3, 4 and the 5 respectively. Flowers with a brackets, reduced leaf found in a base of the pedicel are called the brackets, and those without the bracts, that is called e-bracket. Then based on the position of the calyx, corolla and androecium is respect of the ovary or a thalamus. The flowers are described as a hypogynous, perigynous and the epigynous. In the figure 5.13, the position of the floral part of a thalamus, here a figure given, that is hypogamous. This is a hypogamous, A or B दोनों, and the perigynous, ये वाला perigynous, C number is a perigynous और ये वाला epigynous, D number. Okay, Then based on the position of the calyx, corolla and androecium, read already, in these hypogynous flowers gynoecium occupy the highest positions while the other part is situated below it. The ovary in such flowers is said to be a superior, example mustard, China rose and the brinjal. In the gynoecium is situated in the center and the other part of the flower are located on the rim of the thalamus almost at the same level. It is called the perigynous. The ovary here said to be a half inferior, example plumule, rose, peach. In a epigynous flower, the margin of a thalamus grow upward enclosing the ovary completely and the getting a fuse with it. The other part of a flower arises above the ovary, hence the ovary is said to be inferior, as in a flowers of a guava and cucumber and the ray florets of a sunflower. Then parts of a flower. Each flowers normally have a 4 floral whorls, that is called calyx, corolla, androecium and the gynoecium in the figure 5.14. Okay, in the figure 5.14 in the here given the calyx. The calyx is the outermost whorl of the flower and the members are called sepals. Generally, sepals are green, leaf-like and they protect the flower in the bud stages. The calyx may be a gamosepalous, that is called sepal united, or the polysepalous, that is called sepal free. Corolla. Corolla is a composed of the petals are usually brighted color to attract the insect for pollinations. Like calyx corollas may also be gamopetalous, that is called petal united, or polypetal, that is called petal free. The shape and the color of a corollas vary greatly. Plant and corollas may be tubular and the bell shaped, funnel shaped or a wheel shaped. In figure 5.14, part of a flower, androecium, gynoecium, corolla, this is a calyx, the green part, and the pedicel here, supporting part. This is the calyx, corolla, this corolla, androecium and the gynoecium. This one is a gynoecium. Wait. This is a gynoecium, calyx, corolla, androecium. Okay. Then estivation. Let's read estivation. The mode of arrangement of a sepals or a petal in the floral bud with respect to the other members of the same whorls is known as the estivation. The main type of estivation are a velvet, twisted, in bracket and vexillary. In the figure 5.15, when the sepals or the petals in a whorl just touches the one another at a margin without overlapping, as in a calotropis, it is said to be a velvet. If one margins of a appendage overlap then of the next and so on, as in a China rose, ladyfinger and the cotton, it is called the twisted. If the margins of a sepals or a petal overlap one another but not in any particular direction, as in a cassia or gulmohar, the estivation, that is called imbricate. If in the bean flower there are the 5 petals, the last, that is called standard and overlap. The 2 petals, that is called wings, and the turn overlap. The 2 smallest interior petal, that is called keel. And this type of estivation is known as vexillary or a papillonaceae. So here figure given, figure 5.15, that is called type of estivation in a corolla. Here is a number is a velvet, B number is a twisted, C number is a imbricate, and D it is a vexillary. Then androecium. Androecium is a composed of a stamen, each stamen which represents the male reproductive organ consisting of a stalk or the filament and an anther. Each anther is usually bilobe and each lobe have a 2 chamber, the pollen sac. The pollen grains are produced in a pollen sac. A sterile stamen is called the stamenoid. Stamens of a flower may be united with other members such as the petals or among themselves. When the stamens are attached to the petals, they are called epipetalous, and as in brinjal, epiphyllous. When they attached to the perianth, as in flower of a lily, the stamen in the flowers may be either remain the free, that is called the polyantherous, or may be united in a varying degree. The stamens may be united into one bunch or one bundle, that is called the diadelophytes as in a China rose, or the two bundles that is called diadelophytes as in a pea, or into the more than the two bundles that is called polyadelophytes as in a citrus. There may be a variation in the length of the filament within the flower as in a saliva and the mustard. Then gynoecium. Then gynoecium say the gynoecium is the female reproductive part of a flower in the is a made of the one or a more carpel. As a carpel consists of the three parts, namely the stigma, style, and the ovary. Ovary is the enlarged basal part which is lies in a elongated tube, and the style. The style is connected to the ovaries to the stigma. A stigma is usually at the tip of a style and is a respective surface for a pollen grain. Each ovary bears a one or more ovule attached to the flatted cushions like placenta. When the more than the one carpel is present, they may be free as in a lotus and the rose, and are called the apocarpus. They are termed as a syncarpus when the carpel are fused, and mustard and tomato. After the fertilization, the ovule developed into the seeds and the ovary mature into the fruit. Placentation. The arrangement of ovules within the ovary is known as a placentation. The placentations are different types of, namely marginal, axial, periantial, basal, central, free central, as given in the figure 5.16. In the figure 5.16 type of the placentation, the first one here is the P is called the marginal placentation. Then B number is called the axial placentation. Then C number is called the periantal placentation, or D number 1 is called the free central, or D number is called basal placentation. Then here up to we are written. Okay, here in a marginal placentation, the placenta form a rigid along a ventral shutter of a ovary, and ovules are born on the rise formation of two rows as in P. Where the placenta in a axials and ovules are attached to it in a multilocular ovary, the placentation is said to be a axial as in China rose, tomato, and the lemon. In the periantal placentation, ovule developed on the inner wall of a ovary or a peripheral part. Ovary is a one chamber, but it become a two chamber due to the formation of a false septum. Example: mustard and argemone. When the ovule are born on a central axis and septa are absent, as in a Dianthus primors, the placentation is free central. In the basal placentation, placenta developed at the base of ovary and the single ovule is attached to it, that is called the sunflower and the marigold. The fruit. The fruit is a characteristic feature of the flowering plant. It is a mature or a ripened ovary and developed after the fertilization. If a fruit form without the fertilization of ovary, that is called the parthenocarpic fruit. Generally, the fruit consists of the wall or a pericarp and a seed. The pericarp may be a dry or fleshy. When the pericarp is a thick or a fleshy, it is called differentiated into the outer epicarp, the middle mesocarp, and the inner it is called endocarp. This is a part of a fruit diagram given mango and coconut. The outer part is called epicarp, then mesocarp, seed, then lining is called the endocarp. In the mango and the coconut, the fruit is known as a drupe in the figure 5.17. They developed from the monocarpellary superior ovary and are one seed. In the mango, the pericarp is well differentiated into the outer thin epicarp, middle fleshy edible mesocarp, and the inner stony hard endocarp. In the coconut, which is also a drupe, the mesocarp is fibrous. The seed. The ovules after fertilization developed into the seeds. A seed is made up of the seed coat and embryo. Embryo made up of the radicle and embryo axis and on as in a wheat maize or a type of cotyledon as in a gram or pea. Structure of the dicotyledonous seed. the outermost covering of a seed and the seed coat. The seed coat has a two layers. The outer is called testa and the inner is called the tegment. Hilum is a scare or the seed coat through which is developed. Seed were attached to the fruit. Above the hilum is called the small pore, that is called micropyle. Within the seed coat is an embryo consisting of the embryonal axis and the two cotyledons. The cotyledons are often fleshy and full of reserved food material. At the two ends of the embryonal axis are present, that is called radicle and the plumule. In the figure 5.18, in the sum of the seeds such as the castor, the endosperm form as a result of a double fertilization is in a food storing tissue are called the endospermic seed. In the plants such as a bean, gram, pea, the endosperm is not present in a mature seed such as in a seed are called the endospermus. The structure of a dicotyledonous seed here is called micropyle, then hilum, then seed coat, cotyledons, plumule, and this is called radicle. The structure of the monocotyledonous seed. Generally, monocotyledonous seed are the endospermic, but some as in orchids are non-endospermic. In the seed of a cereal such as a maize, and the seed coat is membranous and generally fuses with the fruit wall. The endosperm is a bulky and the store food. The outer covering of the endosperm separate the embryo by the proteinous layer, that is called aleurone layer. The embryo is small and situated in a groove at the one end of the endosperm. It consists of the one large and the sealed separate cotyledons known as a subtilum and the short axis like a plumule and radicle. The plumule and radicles are enclosed in a sheath which are called the coleoptile and the coleorhiza respectively. There is a structure of monocotyledonous seed. So this is a seed of the maize. This is an endosperm embryo, seed coat and fruit walls, aleurone layer, then endosperm, then extriculum, then coleoptile, plumule, radicle, coleorhiza. Then semi-technical description of a typical flowering plant. Various morphology features are used to describe a flowering plant. The description has to be brief in a simple and the scientific language and presented in a proper sequence. The plant is described and the beginning with the habitat, vegetative character, root, stem and the leaves and the floral characteristics, inflorescence and the flower part. After the describing a various part of a plant, floral diagram and the floral formula are presented. The floral formula is represented by the some symbol. In the floral formula, BR stand for the bracket, K stand for the calyx, C stand for the corolla, P for the perianth and A for the androecium and G for the gynoecium. Last dash for the superior ovary and upper dash is called inferior ovary. This is for the male and this for the female for the bisexual plant. The plus for the actinomorphic and this percentage is called the zygomorphic nature of a flower. Fusion is indicated by the enclosing the figure within the bracket and the addition by the line draw above the symbol of a floral parts. A floral diagram provides information about the number of the parts of a flower, their arrangement and the relations they have to within the one another. In the figure 5.20, the position of the mother's axis with respect to the flowers is represented by a dot on the top of a floral diagram. Calyx, corolla, androecium and the gynoecium are drawn in successive whorls, calyx being the outermost and the gynoecium being the center. Floral formula also we saw as the cohesion and adhesion within the parts of flowers and between whorls. The floral diagrams are the floral formula. In the figure 5.20 represent the mustard family, that is called Brassica. The 5.20 is a mustard family Brassica floral diagram given here, plus so the actinomorphic here is called bisexual. K stand for the calyx, 2 plus 2 and C stand for the corolla, A stand for the androecium and G in the lower dash, that is called superior ovary 2. Okay, the description of the some important families. Fabaceae. The family was earlier are called papillonoids and a subfamily are called Leguminosae. It is distributed all over the world in the figure 5.21. Vegetative characteristic: tree serves herbs root with root nodules. Stem erect and the climber. Leaves alternate pinnately compound or simple leaf base. Pluvate, stipulate, venation, reticulate. Then the floral characteristic: inflorescence racemose, flowers bisexual, zygomorphic, calyx sepal 5, gamosepalous, velvet, in bracket, estivation, corolla, petal 5, polypetalous, papillonosae consisting of the posterior standard two lateral wings, two anterior ones forming a keel enclosing stamen and the pistil, maxillary estivation, androecium, teen, Didelphus and the anther dithecious, gynoecium, ovary superior, monocarpellary, unilocular with a many ovule style single fruit. Legume seed 1 to the many, non endospermic. Floral formula is this: percentage what percentage sow percentage of the zygomorphic. This is for the bisexual. K for the corolla, galaxy for the corolla, 1 plus 2 plus 2, A for androecium, and this for superior ovary. 1. Economic importance. Many plants belonging to the family are the source of the pulses, gram, arhar, same, moong, soybean, edible oil, soybean, groundnut, dye, indigo, fera, fibers, sun hemp, fodder, sesbania, trifolium, and the ornamentals lupin, sweet pea, and the medicine that is called mulethi. And where Solanaceae, it is a large family commonly called the potato family. It is a widely distributed tropic, subtropic, or even a temperature zone in the figure 5.22. Vegetative characters: plants mostly herbs, shrubs, and the rarely small trees. Stem herbaceous, rarely woody, aerial, erect, cylindrical, and branched, solid. Here the figure given Solanum nigerum makoi plant. This is a flowering twig. Then B number is called flower. C number for LS of a flower. D number for the stamen. D number for stamen. E number for carpel. F for floral diagram. Or hollow hairy or the glabrous underground stem in a potato. Solanum tuberosum. Leaves alternate, simply, rarely pinnately compound, exstipulate, venation, reticulate. Floral formula: inflorescence solitary, axillary, or a cymose as in a solanum. Flower is a bisexual actinomorphic. Calyx is a sepal 5, united, peristent, and velvet estivation. Corolla for a petal 5, united, velvet estivation. Androecium, stamen 5, epipetalous. Gynoecium is a bicarpellary, obligately placed, syncarpus, ovary superior, bilocular placenta, and a swollen with a many ovule axil. Fruit is called berry or the capsule. Seed for a many endospermas. Floral formula: E for the zygomorphic, bisexual, K for the calyx, corolla, androecium 5, calyx 5, corolla 5, and G for the superior ovary 2. Economic importance. Economics importance में many plants belonging to the families are the source of a food: tomato, brinjal, potato, spice, chili, medicine, belladonna, and the ashwagandha, and the fumigatory tobacco, and ornamental petuna. Liliaceae, commonly called the lily family, is a characteristic represent of the monocotyledonous plant. It is distributed worldwide in the figure 5.23. Vegetative characteristics are perianthal herbs with underground bulbs, corms, and the rhizomes. Leaves mostly basal, alternate, linear, exstipulate with a parallel venation. Floral formula: inflorescence solitary, cymose, often umbellate cluster. Flower is a bisexual actinomorphic. Perianth is a tepal 6 3 plus 3 and often united into the tubes. Velvet estivation. Androecium is a stamen 6 3 plus 3, epipetalous. Gynoecium is a tricarpellary, syncarpus, ovary superior, trilocular with a many ovule axial placentation. Fruit is a capsule and the rarely berry. Seed is a endospermus. Floral formula is Br for a Br plus is a zygomorphic, is a bisexual. P for the P for perianth, A for androgen, 3 plus 3, perianth 3 plus 3 in a bracket, okay. और G for superior ovary in a here last में dash है तो. Economic importance. Many plants belonging to these families are a good ornamentals. Tulip, gloriosa, source of medicine, aloe, vegetables, asparagus, and clochicine, that is called Clochium autumnal. This is a figure. Allium cepa, onion plant. Plant, A number is a plant, B number inflorescence, or C number flower, D number is a floral diagram. Then summary. Flowering plant exhibits enormous variation in a shape, size, structure, mode of nutrition, lifespan, habit, and habitat. They have a well-developed root and the shoot system. Root system is either taproot, fibrous. Generally, dicotyledonous plant have to be a taproot, while the monocotyledonous plant have a fibrous root. The root is some plants get modified for the storage of a food, mechanical support, and the respiration. The shoot system is differentiated into the stem, leaves, flowers, and a fruit. The morphological features of a stem, like the presence of nodes and internode, multicellular hairs, and a positively phototropic natures help to differentiate the stems from the root. Stems also be get modified to the perform diverse functions such as storage of the food, vegetative propagation, and the protection under the different condition. Leaf is a laterally outgrowth of a stem and developed exogenously at a node. They are green in a color to the perform the function of photosynthesis. Leaf exhibit marked variation in the shape, size, marginal apex, and extent of the incisions of a leaf blade, that is called lamina. Like other part of a plant, the leaves also get modified into the other structures such as a tendril, spines for climbing, and the protection respectively. The flower is a modified shoot meant for a sexual reproduction. Flowers are arranged in a different types of inflorescence. They exhibit enormous variation in the structure, symmetry, position of a ovary in relations to the other parts, arrangement of a petal, sepal, ovules, etc. After the fertilization, the ovary is modified into the fruit and the ovule into the seed. Seed is either maybe of a monocotyledonous or a dicotyledonous. They are vary in a shape, size, periods of a viability. The floral characteristics from this basis of a classifications and identification of the flowering plant. This can be illustrated through the semi-technical description of a family. Hence, a flowering plant is described in a defined sequence by using a scientific term. The floral features are represented in a summarized form as a floral diagram and a floral formula. So guys, please subscribe my channel for the more videos and please hit the bell icon for latest notification of the video. Thank you. Stay connected. Stay happy.